Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Crazy D's Equipment. Today we're going to do something a little different. My friend the Car Wizard is going to come in and sit down with us, and we're going to play a game. He's going to try to stump me on car companies to tractor companies. So a lot of the people that come through this shop here at Omega Auto Clinic, which is the lot is hooked to Omega Ag Sales. A lot of these people are a lot of high-end car owners and stuff, and also on YouTube you have all those car channels and stuff. And I think a lot of these people don't realize how much their car company is either connected or has some link to a tractor or tractor company or manufacturing of tractors or something like. So we're going to play a little game. He's going to try to stump me with car companies, and I'm going to prove to how they are linked or have something to do with the tractor company. So, but real quick before we can start the new video and you get that cup of coffee, you can now here very shortly order yourself a Crazy D Equipment coffee mug. Here shortly we're getting some merchandise, and we're going to have a website set up very shortly so you guys can order this stuff if you want. I'll have some t-shirts and some coffee cups, and I may get some other items. I've had a lot of requests for it in the comments, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. So let's grab that cup of coffee and play a game this morning. Okay guys, so what we're going to do is we're going to kind of play a game today. For those who don't know who this is the Car Wizard. It's one of the largest, I would say one of the elite car YouTubers out there, and a good friend of mine. And so this is how the game's going to work. He's going to list me cars, car companies. I don't know what they are. I have no idea what his list says. And I'm going to tell you guys how they are linked in some way to a tractor company. The rules, they have to either A, manufacture their own tractor, B, maybe manufactured parts or motors or something for tractors, or at least experimented to be in the tractor business and for some reason decided that it wasn't for them. And to make sure you guys don't think I've looked anything up, I'm closing the computer.
No cheating.
I wouldn't cheat.
Okay.
Maybe just a bit. No, I wouldn't cheat. Alright, so I guess let's go.
Are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay, I have a list here of paper of all kind of different makes of car makers, I guess.
Okay.
I'm going to randomly select them and then see how you do.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
Here's a hard one.
Okay.
Ford.
Oh my God, really? Being that, yeah, really? Ford has been in the tractor business since day one. He started experimenting with tractors way before in the teens. He built his first tractor out of parts from the Model B car. Yeah, Ford's been in the tractor business a long time, and until New Holland bought him out. One of the biggest manufacturers in the United States of farm machinery, at least farm tractors anyways. So
this is stuff I don't even know, so I don't know if you're right or wrong. They'll have to say if you're right or wrong.
They'll let me know in the comments, and that's for sure. They'll tear me apart if I get these wrong. So
okay. Dodge.
Dodge in the early half of the last century experimented with a tractor. They, at the same time of Ford had come out with with selling the Fords and stuff, they built a tractor, they tested it out, and then they decided that at the time the tractor market was just too full of other manufacturers and didn't get into it. But they did manufacture some Dodge engines, did end up in some of the off-brand tractors.
Okay. Let's see, let me go through my, I've already scratched, let me scratch that one out. We've got Ford. how about Citroen?
Citroen, as far as I know, has never done anything for the tractor world. They're being a little French company, and I'm not real good at French tractors, but what I do know, I've never heard of a Citroen tractor, and I've never read anything about them manufacturing anything for tractors.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Yeah,
I know their cars, but I don't know about agricultural.
yeah.
Okay, so let's scratch that one off the list. That one didn't get us anything. Let's see. Here's one I've had several in the shop. Lamborghini.
Lamborghini wouldn't exist if it wasn't for Lamborghini tractors. He made Lamborghini tractors for many years before they started building the cars. And I was at a dispute he had with somebody,
Enzo Ferrari.
Enzo Ferrari, and called him just a tractor maker, and he did not like that. He came out with the Lamborghini. Now they're two separate companies. Lamborghini Tractors is one, and Lamborghini Cars is another, and they're owned by total different entities and different companies, but they still make them, and I actually wish they would sell Lamborghini tractors in the States, but they don't, as far as I know, have ever been able to find where the modern ones are being sold in the States. But Lamborghini is still in the tractor business in a way.
Yeah, Ferrari made the mistake of telling Ferrucci Lamborghini, stick to tractors and I'll stick to the sports cars. And that backfired on him.
Yeah.
Okay, let's scratch that one off.
Cars are better too. Porsche built tractors, little two-cylinder diesel tractors, and in the late 50s, early 60s, they no longer manufacture tractors, but they built really cool little two-cylinder diesel tractors. And if you go to some of these high-end car shows, you will find somebody has brought a restored Porsche tractor. And on the automotive collector market, every once in a while you'll see one of those little Porsches roll through a collector auction. And they're on my bucket list of owning one someday.
That would be cool to have one of those.
It's the only Porsche I will ever fit in.
Let's see here. Vauxhall.
Vauxhall, far as I know of, and from what I've ever read, I do not believe they did anything in the tractor world. I think they manufacture other stuff besides cars, but in the agricultural world, they have never, ever made a tractor.
They're pretty popular in Australia.
Yeah.
Let's see, what's next? Fiat.
Fiat is, again, another company that started with tractors before they built cars. Fiat tractors date all the way back to the early 20s in Italy, and it's one of those things where he made so much money selling tractors that he started building cars in the early 50s, or late 50s, early 40s, right after World War II. A lot of companies after the end of World War II in Europe were struggling to find what they wanted to do and what they were going to do with this new market, because the whole world had changed in Europe after World War II. And Fiat started building cars, and they got into the small compact car market, which is exactly what Italy needed at the time. And they still build tractors, they still build cars. Actually, in the United States, if you own a Heston tractor, it's actually a Fiat. It's a Fiat tractor with the Heston name on it. And they did that for many years, and I think that Fiat bought out, I think Fiat is the company at the moment that owns the Alice Chalmers name.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So if you bought a Heston tractor, it was made by Fiat.
It was made by Fiat, and they look just like the European Fiats.
Huh. How about Kia?
Kia never built farm tractors, but they do build military vehicles for Korea, or Vietnam and South Korea. They build forklifts, and they build a lot of heavy machinery, but they do not build agricultural machinery.
They don't build very good cars either.
Well, I wonder how good their construction stuff is.
Let's see, we've got a couple more. Morgan.
Morgan is one of my favorite car companies, but they've never ventured into the agricultural markets.
Okay.
There are a bunch of blokes in a shed building really cool cars.
In the shed. A Morgan Plus 8 and all
Yeah.
the different, yeah, they make cool cars.
Half wooden, half metal.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
Okay, one more. Alfa Romeo.
Alfa Romeo did not build anything agricultural. I have never seen anything or read anything about them. And then some of them, and I'll even throw in some that we didn't throw in there real quick. Mercedes-Benz builds big four-wheel drive tractors, and they started in the 70s and built them all the way up into the early 90s. BMW builds motors that goes in a lot of the European tractor companies. Chevrolet attempted to get into the tractor market in the early 50s. They built a prototype, they tested it, and again they decided not to get into the tractor market because there's just too much competition, and they decided that they didn't want to. And then Chrysler. Chrysler never built a tractor, but they built motors that went into Cockshut, Massey Harris, not Ferguson's, and Oliver tractors in the early 40s and late 50s.
Interesting.
So,
Well, I learned something today.
yeah, it's amazing how much the car world and the tractor world actually do combine.
Yeah, they do.
A lot of them, and people, I don't think people really, I think a lot of the high-end car guys don't realize that their cars go back to the roots of agriculture and agricultural machinery. So, just kind of interesting things that I think most people probably don't realize that. I wonder how many people that go to a car show and ooh and ah over Lamborghini realize that their roots come from farm machinery.
Yeah, they probably have no idea.
No idea.
Like Mercedes and BMW and Rolls-Royce, they started a lot in aircraft.
Yeah. And then they use one of the Rolls-Royce engines in one of the British companies, used them in some of their large machinery. And then the other company we didn't put out there is Aston Martin. Everyone loves an Aston Martin car, the DB9, the DB11s, but the David Brown family from David Brown Tractors is who founded the Aston Martin company. They were building tractors long before they were building cars.
Wow.
So it's all one big, happily manufactured family out there.
They're wheeled vehicles.
Wheeled vehicles, yeah. So, but I think that kind of covers that subject. So I've been wanting to kind of make this video for a while, guys, and I'm glad we got a chance to do it. I'm glad the wizard came in and sat down and tried to stump me on this. And if you guys haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. If you haven't checked out our social media, we'll put that down there and the links to that down below. And thank you guys for coming in and watching another episode of Crazy D's Equipment. You have a good day.